Hello, and welcome back to another casted game on the Age of Sunbros YouTube channel. Love the rebranding. We got a good one for you. Continuing on our coverage of the 1v1 tournament that we had on the Age of Sunbros Discord, in which each individual player is part of a larger team, and they play rounds versing off other teams. We have Terminus, sporting purple, playing Malta, and he was on the team for Lopsided Fluff, was his team captain. And then to the south, we have Toblerone, who has been quickly making the rounds in our tournaments and on the ladder. He is sporting the blue, playing Russia, and he was on Team Ductator. So, Rob Learn, if you know him. And I am joined here by Dunamai, our favorite Frenchman, and I am your host, SerSharkDad. Dunamai, we are currently on Yukon, and we have a pretty interesting two completely different civs facing off on a map that I feel like doesn't get a lot of love. So tell me what you're thinking.
I completely agree. Yukon's such a nice map. Legacy map too. So a lot of treasures on this north side. Huge treasures. Very hard to get in 1v1. You see polar bears in there. But you can have like 120 gold. You can have villagers. Really huge treasures. I expect a lot of contention on the north, and on the south, a surprisingly short map because of the layout. So that could favor Russia in terms of matchup. Russia tends to be an aggressive civ. I expect Russia to be on the offensive, and let's see if Malta can hold it.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a beautiful map too. Just taking a look. I mean, it's beautiful and it's pretty straightforward, but like you said, it does have its hotly contested resources on each side of the bank. So interesting here, we have improved Russian Explorer coming in, 50% more damage, hit points, damage bonus against Guardians. Not the most typical play, I think, for Russia. Let's take a look at the deck for Toblerone. So Polar Explorer, Economic Theory, okay. Lots of H2 options.
That's an amazing card.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm so happy to see that card because there's not a lot of map where this card is decent, but it is definitely one of those. With Advanced Explorer, you are pretty much sure to win H1 against the other Explorer because your Explorer going to be like so much better. But we see a bit of treasure contention.
Let's see. 600 versus his 510. Yeah, so he's gonna.
And he has 50% more attack.
Right.
Malta's not winning this one, and he knows it.
The Porachik, it's a new card. It's basically nice, good, sort of like Halb sort of card. New order regiments, pretty much standard Manchurian cavalry, giving him that goon option. Cavalry archers. I don't know if he has that card that switches them over to counter dragoons. He does not, but Tsar Cannon. So it seems like plenty of different options. So I'm curious as to exactly what he's going to go for. Aging up with the quartermaster, so 400 wood. I'm going to switch over quickly to Terminus. We saw him drop down to trade post. He is going up with the governor. He sent in 3 vills earlier. And this to me looks like, Deredin. So we saw this. This has been a little bit more popular because basically it gives you 2 outposts that also can train infantry. So they're kind of like blockhouses at that point. Really good flexible card. We saw a few videos of that being used. Trip to Jerusalem's been pretty good.
And unfortunately, Toblerone maybe realizing, oh no, he gets it. So Toblerone got very far with that card. He got 45 XP. He now has pretty much the whole treasure area in the north. That's a lot of resources, and he can take those very easily with his dog and explorer. Yeah. Also, can you focus on the dog for a bit and get the stats?
That's really good.
The dog is the only H1 unit in the game that has no negative multiplier against villagers. You can actually raid H1 with it. He didn't use it, but it can be surprising.
Oh, good to know. Lose villagers. Little tidbit for you. Okay, so he gathered up wood, going German tongue. That's a pretty economic play, but also gonna go ahead and get some defensive buildings. I'm curious what he's sending next. Really quick, I wanted to point out Russian tongue H4. pretty interesting. Oprichnik, which is going to be good for raiding. And then you have rockets. So he could go Sentinel here. He does have a fire thrower card. I do think, yeah, fire throwers also... Oh, sorry. Fire throwers get rockets, not the Sentinels. That's the other... There's another card for that one. And...
So, yeah. Excellent card rockets for those that haven't played Malta. It gives your fire thrower, which is the Maltese equivalent of the grenadier, a rocket attack. It's like about 24 range, and it has multiplier against all infantry.
Yeah, it's going to be really good against the
you
heavy.
You really transform. Yeah. Especially against Russia, yeah, that's amazing against Russia.
Yeah, heavy infantry.
There's not a lot Russia can do about it.
Yeah, trying to poke and prod here. It looks like he put down a blockhouse up here, securing that coin mine. Kind of a halfway point, but pretty aggressive. Switching back to Terminus, he has 2 Order Hussar coming out already. Pretty good. Outpost wagon, and I think, yeah, a couple crossbowmen coming in. And he sent the Deredan towers, but he's choosing to build them very defensively instead of pushing them out to, get units out there and really counter. He's like, I'm going to go defensive. I believe Toblerone wanted to send some Cossacks. I'm wondering, oh, and there they go. He's gonna go aggressive here, but it looks like, I don't know, Malta, you can turtle up pretty easily.
Did you go for 4 Cossacks before 5?
There's no way. Yeah, 5.
Oh no, the 5th is delayed.
That would be some sort of crazy mind game if he's like, it's actually the 4 Cossack meta.
Yeah.
He's going to lose a Vil here. Oh, rough. That's rough. Hopefully he doesn't lose any settler wagons. Trying to idle the eco here. He's starting to gain a little bit of a mass. Terminus going ahead and pushing in. These Order Hussar are pretty strong, though. They'll definitely easily take out these Cossacks. But yeah.
But the musketeers protecting their cav.
Yeah, go ahead and put those in melee. That was nice. So Toblerone's still trying to kind of poke and prod, and that's all he really needs to do. His economy, his scaling is going to be really, really good. Russia just needs time. And then, if Terminus, however, can kind of take more map control, I would have liked to see maybe these outposts kind of claim this hunt up here, maybe give him line of sight over this coin mine or these 2 coin mines. That would have been really good. But as it is, he's going to be holding his own. So Malta can really, and when we talked about the map, right, we talked about this northern plain here, lots of resources we talked about down here to the south. Malta's really well situated. Actually, both of these civs are pretty well situated about claiming map control. Malta a little bit more. So I'm interested. Oh, trade post here.
It is very important on this map because your hunt situation is not amazing around your base. You have 2 hunts, which are, decently sized hunts. But the 3rd and 4th, the 3rd often than not is on that river. And the 4th is basically mid-map. You can see it on the southeast. You have the 4th of each 4th map, really on the southeast of the map. You have like 3 hunts lying around. These are the 4th hunts. And these are 4.
Yeah, they're this one especially, incredibly so. But Toblerone trying to pick and prod, trying to get to the side here, wasn't able to do so. Looks like Terminus has got a pretty good even composition now. Wignacore coming in. I think he was sending that in earlier, canceled it, ended up sending the 8 pike. Just trying to counter those Cossacks.
Amazing mind game from Toblerone and amazing decision making from Toblerone. He's going to H3. He ships 700 coins, sorry. He saw there was like, I think it was 4 or 5 tower if you count the commanderies. Terminus is wasting a lot of shipments defending himself. And Russia's like, alright, if you guys just, waste your shipment. I won't waste my army. I'm gonna wait. I guess get the 2 Falk shipment and completely destroy those fortifications. So really smart on Toblerone not to, bash his head into the turtle, but really doing the smart thing.
Right, trying to waste those Cossacks to trying to get a raid in, instead just backing off. You already got the overreaction from your opponent, so now you can pivot. And it looks like even more musketeers now coming in, so hopefully protect the Falk shipment and also just give him some extra siege. And exactly, you called it, 2 Falconets now coming in for Toblerone. Let's look over at Terminus. So even more Utter Hussar coming out, 4 now. And I don't know if they're going to be able to break through a large mass of Ruskets, and now he must be freaking out just because he is on the back foot now in terms of aging up. Now, he does have Wignacourt, so that is going to help a great deal in terms of their gathering. but we will see what's going to go on.
And you know, your opponent has the 2 Falk shipment in the deck. He's H3. You know what's coming.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
when you're H2, it's a terrible feeling.
Okay, now he definitely can't
So
push
we
that
have the
base.
2 Falks.
He definitely can't push that.
Right now, it's yeah. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that I would like to see some control over here to see if he can get a raid, and let's see. Ooh, nice. So one Order Hussar sneaking into the back of the base, calling Minutemen, not wanting to send the army back. That's interesting. And now Order Hussar going down not before taking out a Vil. He's on 27, speaking of villagers, versus 28 on Malta's part. Wow.
With the buff of Vignicol, so it's
And the settler
much more than
wagons,
that.
which I think he has 2 now, so that's an extra. All right, 700 coin now coming in for Terminus, trying to get the age up going. And I think he lost
And
it.
Toblerone has to push now.
He does. Does he have the vet upgrade? He does not have his veteran upgrade yet. Shipping even more Recruits. Interesting. Does the dog shadow tech? Oh, it does.
Yes, he does. And he's quite the damage sponge. 500 HP is nothing to scoff at, and doesn't get any kind of multiplier. Not from pikes, not from towers, not from anything. But I would love to see that explorer in front. A lot of line of sight. He can, tank those shots.
Oof. Losing those 3 fire throwers that he was training in the outpost. Just going to go ahead and slow push with those Falcons to see. This is smart. So this is a slow push. You let your Falcon at siege and you just keep your infantry right back in case any cavalry wants to pop out and take it. And then that way you're not sacrificing anything because they're going to outrange pretty much any of his defenses. Taking a treasure.
And it's great. Malta does not get a fast age up unless you send a card, but he doesn't want to send a card right now. He really wants to, be able to send something later on.
Right.
And yeah, I think Toblerone's in a very commanding position right now. Does he have vet recruit?
Still no.
That's kind of unfortunate.
But 44 of them. 44 of them at this point, and he's just looking for an opening here, trying to see what he can see. Got the Order Hussar in the back. Oh, he overextended. Can he get the attack move off? Some swings going in, and there it is. He's gonna can he body block it? Can he body block it? It looks like he's gonna get it. He does not. 1 Falconet's still up, 31 health. Oof. That's rough. So Adventurer now coming in, getting those crossbows. It looks like he may end up losing this TC. Let's take a look. He is going to finally get his Recruits in. Veteran upgrade, and it seems like Terminus is really, really on the back foot, but these fire throwers, I keep saying, these guys can be devastating. Cossacks are going to try to get on top here.
He has Cossacks, yeah. Without those Cossacks, he actually could win the fight.
If he had the flamethrower card, they do really well in melee, but we'll see. Looks like they're going to absolutely tear apart, even if without veteran upgrades, hand cavalry are going to do better off. He did end up losing the Falconet, I think, to TC Fire. Now you're really wondering what Terminus is going to do. More pikemen coming in. He's got an assortment of things. Pikemen, fire throwers going to be shipped in. Some Order Hussar being trained. Toblerone, more Cossacks. Probably just going to continue to commit to the Musk Huss. 36 Vils to 31. He hasn't idled his economy, though, completely. He does lack the gold production. Even more fire throwers coming in. And there's the TC. Oh, no. But it's a tournament game. You might as well play it out.
Yeah, but the thing is, Toblerone is not able to push much more. He doesn't have any cav. He doesn't have anything that can counter those fire throws. He needs to wait for those Cossacks.
Well, speaking of the cav, they're going to come in, but smack right into some pikemen and immediately get shown up. And then, so now, fire throwers just still going. Oof. I mean, even if you make a massive Strelitz, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? I mean, you got to make Cossack, but into what? Into Maltese pikemen? No shot.
What he needs right now is an artillery foundry. Malta keeps going for fortification, you're in H3, you have to go for an artillery foundry.
This is true. I wonder, does he have... Let me see. Oh, I want to look at Terminus and see. He does have the fixed cannon. Oh, we have a little bit of a good raid here. Oh my gosh, let's see how tasty that is. One Vil going down here. Oh, 2, 3,
it's 2 for sure.
4. Oh my gosh, a massive raid here. Cossacks now finally coming in, but those Order Hussar have done their damage. They've done good work. It's got to be like 5 Vils. Massive. Splitting off one more Order Hussar. And this is what you need to be doing. Like when you're on that back foot, you need to be buying yourself time. Time is huge. And if you can go ahead and you can disrupt, you know, Order Hussar are more expensive, but these Minutemen are still around too. That's huge. All right, he kind of left that one idle. He's probably going to go ahead and end up losing it. Unless he can take out the Minutemen somehow. That'd be nice. Trying to micro Minutemen. This is an intense fight. Order Hussar look like they're just going to clean that up. Let's take a look over.
And the thing is, he's still going.
I'm surprised. I'm going to keep watching. With 3 Order Hussar, that is... You have paid like plenty. Look at that. That's now what, Vil 6? Incredible.
Yeah. 6 villagers.
Wow, for 3.
And
so now really cutting into the Vil lead. So 32 to 36. I mean, like that is great. I mean, Russia's kind of outscoring him, which is a little concerning, but that is a great raid, huge. And then he's going to keep pushing into this base. But look at this. Malta's just able to move around. Like, even more defenses. Economy is looking pretty decent, 33. And now getting in the Sovereign Order of Malta. I think this card is slept on. I think this is a quite good, just all-around buff. And he's just going to continue to lean into those fire throwers. I would like to see him make some more anti-cav. But leaning into those fire throwers. And then what is Toblerone going to do? He's leaning in more Recrut, more Strelets. Neither of these units are going to counter to these fire throwers. But a forward, aggressive fort. Look at that, absolutely commanding this area here. I mean, it may even have been nice to even put it back here just to kind of take control of these hunts and make sure there was no raids coming in. But a blockhouse does go down. Let's see if we see that artillery foundry that you were asking for earlier. I do not see it. There it is. Oh.
I don't think he will because... Oh, never mind then. Because now forts can train falconets.
Oh.
So you don't really need one anymore. Yeah, that was kind of a big buff for the fort that not a people saw, but forts can now train falconets.
Oh, does he? Oh, and he sees this. Oh man,
and
this is so rough.
Raid.
Another raid going in. One Vil going down. Does he get some more? He's not gonna be able to siege. He's gonna be able to take that out, but he's not gonna be able to siege that blockhouse. He's trying to get him to pull some forces off, but now he's gonna go ahead and try to. I don't know what Toblerone's gonna be doing here. He's just kind of letting that happen, unless he wants to cut it off.
Can we see if Toblerone knows about that TC? He does.
So he may be.
So yeah, I think
he's just gonna go ahead and try to. Yeah, he's gonna rush for it. Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
good call.
that's a Z move moment.
I don't know if he has the forces to push it. He doesn't have as many defenses over here, though, so that's concerning. And then the thing is that Terminus is actually has a very varied comp, but he hasn't been finishing his batches. So some more Vils going down. Look at this. Huge raids. Now back down to 35. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this push.
38. That is amazing. Terminus completely flipping around the situation.
He doesn't want to waste these pikes, though. He's got these pikes going right in. He needs that because he needs his anti-cav. Cossack's going to switch around, but he does have some goons. But hopefully the goons survive. Those Strelet masses, this micro is looking all over the place. Both of these guys are he's kind of being twisted in the trees. Terminus is just fighting for his life here. And he does clean up the cav, and so the fire thrower should do some good work, but Sentinel's coming in. See, this is such a, he's going for like a 5-6 unit composition.
This is an amazing fight for Malta. Oh, I see artillery. Do I see artillery? Yeah.
2 falconets coming in, and he wanted to get those goons into melee. That did not work. More crossbowmen. Not a good time for that because he still has even more Cossacks coming in. And now Vet Cavalry Archers, which, I mean, was nice considering he had Order Hussars going in for raids. I wonder where those Order Hussar are from before. If he's going to be able to use them. Once again, Malta on the back foot.
They need to come back, and they need to come back yesterday.
Yeah, they're kind of missing in action, unless he wants to continue to raid. 28 vills.
28 villager. That's rough.
These Falconets are looking rough.
Just win this game out of raids.
It's. I mean, we've seen it before. We have seen it before. This Falconet, these two Falconets will go down to TC Fire, but he's losing now. He's losing some vills as well. Terminus now down to 36. He does still have these units over here. He's going to go ahead and siege down this artillery foundry, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get anything. 29.
I mean, the main problem for Malta right now is the macro. He's over macroed on wood, but right now Malta is back up. It's suddenly winnable for Malta after losing that TC, which is kind of amazing. Russia recognizing that and completely, falling back from the position and trying to reboot.
Yeah, and you would have to think that, like, Russia is one of those civs that needs to maintain its mass. It can't, like, it's fine if, like, we know that Russia is able to sacrifice units, they're cheaper, but they need to get the ball rolling. They can't, just continue to throw and throw and throw, and then eventually they'll wear themselves out. He does have the vet cavalry archers. We saw that earlier. They were able to take out the Order Hussar. But I mean, this is a huge idling of the economy. Like, we're seeing 618 here, and Terminus is still just going to work.
Toblerone is going for a second TC, if I'm not mistaken, on the north coast.
Okay, so this is exactly what we were talking about, right? It's this north side. This is such a great map, right? Because it's kind of forcing it. Now, we still have plenty of resources. You got 3 coin mines over here, but it's kind of forcing it to say, like, okay, well, I need to take control of the resources up here as well. I need to make sure that he's not spreading on this side of the coast. And so I'm going to go ahead and slap a TC down. This is good. It's really forcing the players to play outside of the base.
Mm-hmm. And suddenly that fort is not looking too good because it's not defending a lot.
Yeah,
the radar coming on the east. The trade route, what Toblerone should do is take the trade route, because that fort is pretty good at defending the trade route.
Right, he hasn't pushed this trade post. I don't think he wants to try to take the commandery, but he's still training settler wagons out of here. He still has all these shipment points. He has all this population space, and he still has vills over here, and he's just like, no, I'm good. And then look, he sees this now. Let's take a look. Yeah, absolutely sees that. TC there. He's going to go ahead and try to take that out, but that was good line of sight. And Terminus is back, absolutely back in this. Plenty of natural resources for him to take advantage of here. And he's just got more fire throwers, more crossbow. He's and making the sentinels now. He's going to need the pop space, but that's going to be good anti-cav for him.
And keep in mind, he has more eco now, and significantly so.
Yeah, 41 to 35 plus the buff. And Toblerone looking, what is he going to do? I mean, this fort, you're right. It's not, you're not exerting pressure down here. All these resources remain untapped, and so this is a wide map, and you kind of have to sort of play it out that way. But look at him, super forward vills right here from Terminus, super close. Does anybody see this? He does. Look at these 2 vills here, a bunch of vills here. It's probably gonna force a fight at this point. Let's take a look. Cossacks now coming in. He's probably going to get a huge cutoff here. Does he not see it? No way. No way. Oh, my gosh. Do you see this?
This is unfortunate. Oh, he sees it now, but it's too late.
No, because now he's walking it. He's walking them. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. One going down.
At least get one.
He got one, but that's it. Like, that was a total miss, and he lost. Like, I think he's almost losing 3 Cossacks there. Yep, that's rough. Ooh, and then losing a vill himself, 2 vills himself. And then where's his force? He's got 1 Falconet and just a couple of Recruits. I mean, Terminus can push this. He can push this. He can win this fight if he plays it smart. I'm freaking out here. I'm worried. Yeah, he's gonna have to back off of this. Sentinels on this side. He's got to think to himself, I don't know. I would have your Sentinels over here. Oh, more fire throwers. Look at. Oh, he's gonna unpack. Does he see it? Oh, come on, Terminus, wake up. He wants that TC so badly. I don't know. Yeah, but you don't want to lose your army to this. And the Cossacks now getting on top of all of his light infantry, and the Sentinels are just totally lost in the wind. Oh, no. Get him in melee. He's trying to get the Vils.
This is an amazing fight for Russia for now.
It is an amazing fight for Russia.
I say that, but Malta is not looking absolutely crushed by any means.
No, he took a TC. He probably got a few Vils out of this, too. If he gets the Falconet, that would be nice. His positioning was...
The polar bear on the Falconet!
58. Oh, what an ugly fight. And the polar bear almost. Ugly fight. I feel like if he just positioned himself, he was so focused on the TC. If he positioned himself a little bit better, he actually would have won the fight and taken the TC and the Vils. Instead, it just kind of degenerated from there. But who's to say? But he ended up taking quite a few Vils. He took a TC, and still Toblerone is kind of putting down another town center, but he's bleeding a lot of resources. Let's take a look at Terminus now. Floating so much coin.
Yeah, Terminus is about to... I think he's about to 5 Falk this battle. It looks like a 5 Falk could.
No. You think Mercs maybe? That'd be funny.
Mercs,
I'm very curious. What does he have in the deck left? Nothing. I mean...
Oh yeah, that's 5 Falks. And...
It is not. It is.
That's 5 Mercs. Not 5
it is.
Falks.
It is.
Sorry.
It is 10 Bosniak. Ooh, this is exciting. Now, 10 Bosniak. I'm wondering if he has any Cav archers in here. He does have Cav archers. Let's take a look. How many? It's just 6. So he can push. He can probably tear all of this army with enough Bosniaks. But I don't know if they have the siege for him to finish this off. He can't take the fort, but he knows where that another TC is. Oh, this is so rough.
Making strelets.
No way, no way. Oh, man.
Just hope he makes a bit of Cav archers on the side, because if that's a strellet mess, the +6 are going to fly, let me tell you.
Well, this is what you call the tech switch, right? So this is, I mean, Rekruts now, they're also going to be countered by the Lancer type unit. So you're thinking to himself, he's making fire thrower, he's making crossbow, he's not making enough anti-cav, so I'm just going to keep doing the same thing that I'm doing. Nope. And then, again, getting really roachy here, just kind of spreading the base out, putting a lot of things out there, like just kind of really frustrating him. And he's like, I haven't been able to land that knockout blow, and I haven't been able to mass as much as I like. Let's go ahead and take a look at the economy. 39 Vils now. Looking pretty healthy, And then Terminus, 46. But still, you know, I got to say, Dunamai, you know, Toblerone owns this whole side, essentially. He's kind of pushed him off here, and now he's going to try to take out the remainders of the original base, which he's not going to get a lot out of. He's going to be taking some casualties here. And again, Terminus being annoying as possible, I would have held these Bosniak back, maybe. But he is going to go ahead and siege on that TC.
Also, keep in mind, we saw what he could do with 5 Order Hussar. Now,
Yes.
just imagine what he can do with 10 Bosniak.
Yes, absolutely. I'm hoping he kind of sends them on a little bit of a raiding mission here. He does have some minute. Oh no, he's how many Vils do he have in this? Oh, he stopped the 3 Vil, and he's gonna lose some more there. Gonna send the Bosniaks forward now. His army is okay. He's gonna be taking out some pop space. So now he is popped. He's gonna go ahead and take out these houses. Smart move. And I mean, no food coming in. We're completely teched into just coin. I don't know if that's like a last-ditch attempt or what. Oh, does he see? Oh, catching more Vils. Ooh, instantly getting deleted. Oh,
Yeah, that's
3 there.
3 dead villagers. Right. There's nothing you can do about that. 10.
And Terminus can build.
Bosniaks
Terminus
will
can
do the
build it.
job
Oh, look
against
at that
Vils.
fixed gun there. That's going to be hard to push. He can build. Look at more commanderies, more houses. He's doing completely fine. He can build another TC if he wants. Look at this. I'm going to keep looking at the Bosniaks. Look at these guys running for their lives to try to get to this blockhouse. Ooh, that's incredible. That's just incredible. Huge mass,
And they managed to do so.
And he does not take the TC. He's choosing not to take the CC. Just going to go for a house. He's going to... Oh, he's going to get caught out by these goons, but I don't know if it matters. And Toblerone doing his best to kind of hit and run. I mean, this is pound for pound. I mean, this is a very good trade for Toblerone, but that's a loss. I don't know. Do you think
Honestly,
Bosniaks
he's
can take out
winning the
all
battle,
this?
but he's losing the war.
Yeah.
Nah, not sure, but definitely losing the war though. Terminus has a strong eco. He has enough food to transition to mills and estates should he need to, but he doesn't need to. He has a lot of coin on that side of the map. Right now, Toblerone is, has a commanding presence at the south of the map, but there's nothing left. There's a few coin mines maybe, but like the food is all gone, and what he needs right now is food.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. He still has a mass though. He did end up snaring a bunch of those fire throwers and a couple of crossbowmen, so he's gonna take that. But he does lose the falconet. Sad days. So just gonna go ahead and push them back. I feel like he could have maybe taken that TC, but he was kind of trying to take out some houses, take out some military production. Toblerone still has controlled his coin
I
mine.
have to. Can we check back on Terminus macro? Did I see this correctly?
Discover.
Yeah, he just has people on wood.
Yeah.
Oh, he's transitioning, that's why.
Yeah, well, he also, for the longest time, he had nobody on food. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he had nobody on food for the longest time. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know what is going through his head here. Do you think maybe he's going to try to transition here? That's going to be interesting if he does. Where's his coin trickle coming from? Does he have capitalism?
Yeah, I think
No.
the tavern.
Oh, right.
Food, coin per second. So yeah, the wood was to transition to mills and estate, which makes sense.
So he's going to be
I don't think he
turtling
needs
out.
estates just yet, because I think the north part of the map has gold mine,
Ooh.
where the south has mines.
Oprichnik coming in, doing some damage. That's good. So Russia can also raid. It's interesting. Neither side has broken the 50 Vil plane. It looks like finally Terminus is going to be able to do so. Both of them going to be staying in H3. I was really expecting Malta to go ahead and transition up to H4. But Toblerone seems to be resting, getting his economy right, trying to get some more Vils on food. He does have this mass here, but he has just not been able to push. And it looks like now he's going to be going to Uprichnik in order to try to get at the eco here, but plenty of defensive structures when you're dealing with Malta. And he's getting positioned for a late game.
The thing is, Russia is kind of on a timer, because if Malta gets to 4 and gets that rocket card and a decent amount of fire throwers, it's pretty much over if Russia's not H4 themselves.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, finding these Uprichnik. And they're not going to do any damage to these Dragoons. They're just going to go down. Some walls going down on this side. Things are just, I mean, he is just owning this corner, and this is what Malta wants, It's like, yeah, I want to move around the map. I want to occupy space, and I want to shut it down. Just build lots of infrastructure. Toblerone has this TC over here. He is controlling the side, but like you said, I mean, he's basically out of hunts, and he doesn't have any wood to transition into the mills. He does have a hunt here. That's going to give him a bit of food to continue on for a little bit. But that's pretty much it. You can't take any hunts here. It's too contested. And all the rest of this is Malta. Look at this thing still
so
standing.
he needs to transition. Don't think he has enough to transition. Malta's fully transitioned in terms of food. They're on mills. They're looking good. But once Russia's out, yeah, they're out.
Well, Toblerone's in a win now mode, and he is trying to get a house up so he can get that 4th Falconet out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. Oh, that's such a bad feeling. 2 more Falconets coming in, though. He looks like he's in a win now mode. He's going to say 5 Falconets. I have the mass here. We are going to finish this. I'm done pushing and failing. And yet more Bosniaks coming in. This guy is insane. Dude, I think we've just seeing like just the strength of the raid meta, in just recent times, just people just absolutely trying their best to just raid consistently. And I feel like Lakota's eventually going to get its comeuppance here pretty soon. You kind of are obligated to keep a couple Dragoons in your base just on watch detail at this point. And he's doing just that with these Cav Archers, chasing them out, but he not before losing about 3 Vills there. I don't even know how Terminus does it, Dunamai. Like, I mean, just like a random assortment composition of ragtag units, and he's been able to push him off each time. But 5 Falconets is going to be kind of scary. He does have Nootka Clubmen now. These guys are pretty nice.
I was about to say that's about to get crazier because Nootkas are in there now. And that's pretty good. He needed anti-cav, and because he has a lot of light infantry, Nootkas are just that.
Even more Dragoons coming in. Cav Archers, because he knows he has these Bosniaks. But he does have quite a bit of crossbowmen.
Toblerone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that he's bringing in Cav Archers because he knows that Terminus has Bosniaks. But the problem is that Terminus is having plenty of crossbowmen to counter any sort of light cavalry that are going to come in. But 5 Falconets is nothing to sniff at. But now he sees that force coming in, had his hero out there. Let's see, 58. Running out of cards here.
Did you see that? He got completely screwed up by the pathing because he tried to go north, but there's a wall, so his entire army is going back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run into this army. Let's see if Terminus, what Micro's gonna win battles here. So let's take a look. He does have this mill here. He may end up just deciding I'm gonna go ahead and push that. He may move his Falconets to the front. Gonna go ahead, try to send the Cossacks back here, see what they can get, but one going down and.
Can you see if Terminus is making a call? Because at that point he knows there's a lot of Terminus with the right.
Oh, he better not throw away those quarter hussar though. Oh, that fixed gun.
One won't be enough. But Terminus gonna have to micro the hell out of that cove. Because that cove is 1 versus 5.
If he can find a good opportunity to kind of, I mean, this is a huge bubble wrap around these 5 Falconets, so he's going to have a really hard time. If he can find a really good opportunity to kind of thin down the Cav herd.
That's one shot. Wait.
That's another one. Well, that's one down.
One down, 4 to go. And it's almost invisible. It's in that tree line. If you don't pay attention to it, it's gonna kill everything.
Yeah, you're right. He's sniping each one.
That's another one.
There's no way.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
That's a third.
There's no way. He's floating a ton of res here. He is floating a ton of res. He could be making another 5 Falconets here. He's gonna go ahead and throw it in. Send it. Order Hussar now going to go ahead and get on top. He doesn't care about the Dragoons. Another one going down.
It's a 4th. He's sending the Hussars. Can he get the 5th?
He does not. It is the tale of missing Falconets here. Nuka getting into the mix. Bosniak's just absolutely tearing apart that front line. Just trying to get on that Falconet, and it goes down, and he is losing this mass. But Toblerone can mass again, but he's opting for the H4. He's going to go engineer, but he has no troops to defend a push if Terminus decides to run into him. Even more of that Cav Archers. They're just going to get absolutely torn apart. He's just throwing them away.
I think he forgot they existed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. But the one, look at this. Give that man a medal. Look at him. Give that one man. He is just. He is crazy. He's got 5 Falconet kills to his name. This man's a sniper. Absolutely insane. Posted up in that tree line, like you said. The fixed gun was also going to work. I mean, that is a huge sweep. Huge. Now Toblerone is having to go ahead, go back, lick his wounds. Now going to go at H4. But he's out of res. He's now transitioning, like you said. Terminus is now's the time to push. Now is absolutely the time to push. I know maybe he's thinking, okay, I'm going to go to H4. Now is absolutely the time that you need to go ahead and hit your opponent. You got to punch him in the teeth.
Here's the problem. Maybe Terminus was hesitating, but now he's not. Toblerone just gave him a clear signal. I just spent 3k resource I couldn't afford going to 4. So for Terminus, the time is now or never. He has to push now.
And it does not look like we're going to get our wish. It looks like he's just going to just train up even more troops. He's not going to go to H4. If he gives Toblerone time, he could swing. So this is concerning. Even more pikemen. A couple of Recruts trying to see what they can get. But, I mean, Toblerone, he's got to be so frustrated at this point. I mean, like, this is wave after wave after wave has just failed to break Malta, and now factory coming in. So you know he's been winning so far, but you do not want to give Russia even more time than is necessary, because again, they're going to get 2 factories. You only get 1 factory as Malta. You're going to be in trouble. Czar cannons as well if he chose to send that. But Terminus is looking. How strong are these guys now? 165. Very nice.
And he has ranged siege attack. He sends steel bolts. So this is a decent siege force. The only thing that's missing here is a lot of anti-cav. There's like a few pikes, but that's definitely not enough.
He's got pike and Nuka. I do think he has some Dragoon in here too.
But Nutka is going to be able to do the job.
Toblerone has not been able to mass just yet. He's still kind of behind. He had to transition to the infinite gather sources, and he's just, I mean, he just doesn't have a lot. He's got a lot of Cossack. He's got a couple of Falcons. Terminus here is floating quite a bit of res. He's looking pretty healthy. That transition is now paying dividends. He does have some idle cav. But I mean, this is critical mass. I mean, you can see how many crossbow, and look at the siege. I mean, it's insane. Toblerone's gonna have to. He probably can't necessarily fight this. He can maybe try to put the Falcons up forward.
Wait,
no way.
Maybe the Kolv can.
Oh, you think the Kolv is gonna
go.
be the guy? The Kolv is gonna be the guy again. Where is he at? I wonder.
Next to the TP.
He is.
Next to the TP socket.
Oh my God.
And
no way.
Let's go for the 6.
Does he take the shot? No, he doesn't get it. Okay, it's fine.
No, Toblerone doing the smart thing.
Throwing those Bosniaks away, seeing if they can maybe clutch one yet. He ends up clutching one. We'll give the Culver an assist on that one. You're not gonna throw away the hand cav. And Terminus is now just flooding into the base here. Let's take a look. He's got a TC over here. He's got all of his eco over here, so he's looking pretty fine. He's not getting a lot out of this. He is gonna pop him though. It looks like Cossack's now getting on top of the crossbowmen, but he does have his, like I said, he has his Dragoons, he has Pikemen, he has Nuka Clubmen. These guys are paper thin. They do not have, yeah, they're still just vet upgrade. His Dragoons, he just has them.
That's not a good fight.
Did we lose our Kolv?
Yeah, let's press F for the Kolv. Let's pay respect to that Kolv.
That's so sad.
Almost 6 kill on that Kolv.
But Terminus is now, I feel like he's just kind of gonna lose this fight here too, and Toblerone still not looking too good. And Terminus, plenty of res. He can either mass even
I was
more.
about to say, he's gonna win the fight.
Oh, he
again.
does win the fight, actually.
He's gonna
Oh, I
lose the
thought.
war.
Oh, yeah, I stood corrected. Wow. Some more Cossack. But, I mean, at this point, the fire throwers and the Cossack, I mean, he's just gonna. I mean, these Nuka Clubmen, what a smart move on his part, honestly. And look, the GG, they're being called. Oh, my goodness. Wow. This is now the second time that I've seen a nearly lost Malta game going for a very long time and just basically batching it down, like just really buttoning down and focusing on the defense and then counter pushing. That was crazy. That was insane.
I mean, that was a nail biter, that's for sure. Amazing push from Toblerone early on, doing the smart thing, recognizing I need falconets for this, but unfortunately being a bit too, overconfident, sending the recruits forward, and allowing that cav to flank.
Right.
Getting also a bit sloppy on the defense with the villager. I think he thought he had won and unfortunately, he let his guard down, and Terminus being smart and really exploiting that weakness. But Toblerone had done everything right, and I think he celebrated a bit too early, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's easy to kind of lose morale, right? Like you're like, oh, I made a mistake. Like I overcommitted to H2 into Russia, which is, pretty, I think that's a normal thing to do. I think it's easy to anticipate that. But he just bounced back. He kind of anticipated, okay, I'm going to start getting a base over here. I'm going to start moving things over, and Terminus was just kind of ahead in terms of just the macro play, right? He over gathering on the wood in order to transition early on, to a very late game economy, which paid dividends later on. Just really staying in the fight because Toblerone was on him. Toblerone, was demonstrating just a really good mastery of his skill, just like you said, pushing with the Falconets, really taking down the infrastructure, really going after him, putting a lot of pressure, not letting up, as Russia is wont to do. But Malta just saying, nope, I'm just going to keep moving the base, which is why they're so hard to deal with. But him staying in the game allowed him to then make the counter push.
Hmm. And also, I want to say, Terminus, what a spirit, what a fighting spirit. Because 90% of us, and I'm including myself, I would have typed GG
Right,
when I lost my TC.
right.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I
So, yeah, props to him.
363, 335. Yeah, 20 and 18 buildings race. I think the rating, like, well, not only the culverin, right? Obviously, a culverin sniping 5 falconets is, 1 to 5 is, that's rough. But, look at, I mean, yeah. And
Oh, yeah,
that's a game
remove,
killer.
yeah, remove one Culverin and 10 Order Hussar. Those 10 orders are in that Culve from Toblerone's arsenal. I mean, Terminus's arsenal, he dies.
Yes.
Like, those 11 units won the game.
Bosniak raids, order Hussar raid, huge order Hussar raid early on, right? That we were pointing out. I mean, this is why his economy could never get off the ground, and he was never able to really realize the full potential. Look, I mean, even when he recovered here, around the 25-minute mark, just dropping down again, only to climb up to the same spot, only to drop down again. So just really, really rough. To all the raiding that was going on. Just not enough infrastructure to protect his settlers, and he took advantage of that. And I think that's what kept him in the game for the most part. Just staying patient, building out the infrastructure, getting your raids in. I mean, this is massive. And then you can see, I mean, look at these huge swings. I mean, you think he's down and out at this point, and yet holds on, bounces back.
Wow.
Yep. Let's take a look at population, military unit population. Yeah.
Yeah, that fight at about 40 minutes. That was rough.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
those
this one.
that's that critical, that's that critical fight that usually kind of most games come down to, right? Where it swings either way. And then when you have losses that large, even if you're Russia with your cheap units, I mean, you can't really recover from that. And especially the problem is that you lose all this, and then you age up. You can't do that,
Including free mass.
right? You either age
Hmm.
up here, or you have to remass and then age up somewhere over here. So
Yeah, exactly. We got signal, Terminus being smart, pushing when H4, is there. So he knows there's 3,000 resources not in military right now. No, Terminus doing the smart thing at the end, not losing hope. Whereas Toblerone was really like dominating the early game, but I feel like, yeah, so maybe celebrated too early, unfortunately for him.
but either way, both of these guys would absolutely just destroy me if I saw them on the ladder. So, props to both of them for sure. Toblerone,
Oh, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
Toblerone you played your heart out. We really appreciate it, man. You've done a great job, and Terminus as well. Great job to you. Good win. Just a solid game overall. We really hope that you guys enjoyed this game. Another, really great Malta game, really solid 1v1 here on the Age of Sunbros YouTube channel. So Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead, as we always say, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think of the channel, what you thought of the game. Appreciate it, everybody. And we will see you in the next one.